RSS feed, Jax. And he's saying he makes $1 million a year on the podcast with a podcast company. And
Well, let's look who it is. Okay, keep
the
going. Oh
lawyers,
my God.
I think it's a podcast one. The lawyers were involved, and he only gave he agreed to give Brittany the feed if she'll stop ever asking him again for money for their $15,000 a month mortgage. Guys,
Oh, it is podcast one.
I
Wow.
told you, wow. It's so funny. They like just reached out to me. I have to get back to them.
Yes, baby. Yes.
Well, no.
Deals are
David is an
happening.
independent well, I mean,
Guaranteed. This is the time. I'm telling you, like, it's like when people told me about Bitcoin a decade ago. And then remember the Bitcoin ATMs? I was like, oh, this is magic beans. Dumbest thing I ever did. Stupidest thing. If you have always had a voice, if you are outspoken, if you speak up, you need a podcast, you need to book us immediately. The Sarah Fraser Show at
but
gmail.com.
we should have a
No, this you have to
network.
get in. We may have a network.
We
We are
might.
only 10, we're a little more than a decade into podcasting.
You mentioned Virginia we met yesterday. She could be on our network. You mentioned the other gentleman we went to. We can have all these people on our
Nathan, bad
network.
decisions. I'm telling you,
Hmm.
think about radio. Radio for 70, the last 10 were brutal. 70 years was a cash cow. People, Howard Stern, Wendy Williams, Ryan Seacrest, Bobby Bones, these people have made a fortune off of radio. Okay. That is where podcast is headed. You better get in now. Do not wait. $1,000 investment with David or
I
myself
agree.
will will yield a lot more if you have hustle.
I agree. But well, Jack says this was a one, as we talk about in our course, and I didn't mean to cut you off. Well,
That's huge.
he's not me. He's not
You
me.
don't
I
think so?
mean, no.
I bet he made I mean, you look at his
A
podcast.
million? I don't think so. It's, we're based on where it charts. Mind you, it's not doing bad. Britney's solo is doing better than Jax's solo. Now, granted, why is hers doing better solo? Now we know. She kept the RSS feed. Guys, you know what? It's so funny. Someone is in my DMs. David, I want to book you. Uh, it's going to be me and three other people. Now I know what you're going to say. This is a real DM that just came in. I know what you're going to say, David. I hear you. I listen to you and Sarah every week. You're going to yell at me and tell me, why are we doing a podcast consulting with three other people? Because I have three other co-hosts. I know what you're going to say, David. Yes, I am. I'm not going to yell at you. People that do the consulting with me are always like, wow, thank you. You're so wonderful. Guys, I am professional. I do have like, just because I'm a psychotic here, screaming that I don't give a fuck about Andy Cohen and his goddamn ass. Um, don't do it with a co-host. That's my point. Don't do it. Look what happened. Breaking up, fighting over an RSS feed. Guys, you know what's scary about you people? That you need me and Sarah. You don't know what you don't know,
That's the
right?
issue. Yes,
Honestly, this is right, Sarah.
no,
Can
that's
you
actually
imagine?
that's what you're paying us for. That's it. That's
These
really
people are listening, wonderful, kind people, and they're saying, who cares about the RSS feed? Guys, care, right? Because
no,
Britney's
you nailed
is,
it. You nailed it.
I mean, but they're fighting over it. But Britney's charts higher, and that's why she kept the RSS feed. Whoever keeps the RSS feed,
Yeah, you
eh,
control everything. You control where
oh
you're going to
man,
promote it, where you're going to advertise it, how you're going
ugh,
to use it. 100, 100. Yes.
book us.
That's very fascinating about his podcast.
But do I think he makes $1 million on that with a podcast company? No, I don't. I don't.
I think where he's estimating the million is look, like if we got deals, right? You know, you're going to get like a monthly guarantee, and then the company on the
You can
back end
get
is
close to it.
making.
Yeah.
So I bet his is valued at up to a million, but I bet I bet they cleared 300, maybe 400 last year. 'Cause
Because
name,
they don't
yeah.
do as well as David and Sarah, of course.
No, but I bet they get more for a host read ad than we might because of their fame. You know
You
what I mean?
think? I
Yeah,
don't think
yeah.
so. I don't think so. I
Really?
really don't. Well, I mean, I look at other people, like I know, like Teresa, Vicky. No, it's just based on, it's like they don't care. It's like when I first started doing host right, and I would say to my ad sales people, like, I mean, I just interviewed Brooke Burke, host of Dancing with the Stars, and she said this about Tyra, the new host. And I'm on Wendy Williams, and they're like, nobody cares, sweetie. how much, they're like, how many downloads do you have? I mean,
That
not
I
that
mean, you
I'm,
got to produce that. You do have to produce the numbers, and he's right where we are. So,
I'm just saying. He's not where we are, by the way.
oh,
Um, well, I mean, I'm
he's
just,
not where you are.
no, he's not where
And
you are.
actually, he dips lower than I do for the most part. Okay, look at us.
See.
Anyhow,
Hold on. What is
I
this?
hope he hears this whole conversation. I love it.
What do
Uh,
you think of, yeah, hi, Jaxie Jax.
yeah, I mean, I got a ton of topics to run by you.
Well, I was gonna say,
Me.
this is a small topic. You're not even gonna want to talk about it because you hate RHOM so much. What do you think about Loss is saying that she's 50, he's 31, 19-year age difference. I'm all in favor of that.
Me too.
She says he might have.
Fine.
Right. He's hot, yes.
Jeff
Uh,
Kobe,
she
basketball player.
says, yep, that he might have it's great that he's talking marriage. He might be joking. Girl, I don't think he's joking. And she says, but she does really like him and she likes dating athletes. Now, she doesn't like dating athletes for the hot, ripped body. She doesn't like them for like the six-pack abs or the huge dick or like the muscular arms. And she doesn't like them for the all the zeros in the bank account. She likes them for the discipline they have. And he says he loves dating Larsa, but he does have to get used to when he leaves a restaurant, the gaggles of fans waiting outside for a selfie with Larsa Pippen. Now, everyone, I think, just needs to back up here for a minute. There's a lot we're all saying here. What do you think about all this?
A lot we're all saying. First, I will say this. I actually like this story because she explained it to me the best way I've understood ever a woman say they wanted to be with an athlete. And she talked about,
Apparently, I'm just ragging on her for no reason. Go on.
no, this is what I love about you and me. We always have differing opinions.
Let's hear it.
And then we still like have the best time together.
Of
So
course.
what I liked about that is for the first time, I heard a woman explain why an athlete is so attractive beyond the money and the fame.
And
She,
the hot rock hard body.
and the rock hard body. She was saying it's
Okay.
the mindset. She's like, when you're a professional athlete, it's the mindset. It's everything from the food to the time you wake up to the dedication to going to bed to the limiting alcohol. And I'm like, oh, I could see how that could be attractive because when you get in that growth and success mindset, that is probably very hot. And there's something very attractive and sort of also very stable about a man who has this regimen of like they're going to go to bed by 10:30. They're going to be up at 6. They're going to be eating certain things. So I thought, "Oh, okay, I know why you are interested in these men." I'm not sure I could because I think with that comes a lot of these guys have other things, right? Like Tom Brady, I'm sure, is a nightmare to be with, extremely regimented, but a nightmare on the other end. Tiger Woods, obviously, we know rebelled in other ways. Like it's hard, Scottie
Well,
Pippen, nightmare. Michael Jordan is probably a complete alcoholic, allegedly.
can you imagine being Tiger Woods and going from Rachel Yucatel to Vanessa Trump? That's a trade up as far as I'm concerned. Not everyone would see that as a trade up though. But and by the way,
Well, can I just say this?
talk to me.
That's a soundbite of all sound bites.
I mean, it's the first thing that came to my mind.
But
But
when you get back in the day when Yucatel was with him, I have to say I was